Hi beauties, welcome back to our weekly vlog where our topic this week is natural remedies for morning sickness. And I am obviously pregnant right now myself. I'm 7 months along with my second baby boy. So anything pregnancy related is definitely top of mind for me. I have been fortunate in that I had more morning sickness with my first pregnancy. This one has been more actual fatigue. So I don't know if I'm really lucky in that regard, but I know the feeling of morning sickness. Of course, I've experienced it myself. And if you are pregnant as well, or thinking about getting pregnant, or have a friend or a family member, whatever, who is pregnant, this topic I'm sure will definitely be of interest to you. And anybody, pregnant or not, that has experienced any sort of nausea or general queasiness and sickness knows that this is not a fun feeling and that it definitely weighs down our energy and it just affects us all around. So first of all, I want to say that even the term morning sickness is a little bit misleading because, especially when we're pregnant, we can feel nauseous and that morning sicknessy feeling any time of day. Pregnant women are very sensitive to smell, very sensitive to a lot of different sorts of foods and the aroma of foods, particularly meat. It's really interesting when you're pregnant, meat is very off-putting whether you're plant-based or not. So just to clarify, this can happen any time of the day. Now let's get into some practical tips and tools, starting with food. So food is our first cornerstone of true beauty and well-being here at Saluna. So let's start there. Now, although in the past I've talked about really eating set meals and trying to minimize when you're eating in between so that your body isn't working all the time in digestion, pregnancy is definitely the exception. Morning sickness can be exacerbated when our stomachs are completely empty. So this is the time to eat small, regular little meals, which I have been doing myself. I will have a protein smoothie, a wrap, a handful of nuts, or I just had a little bit of almond butter. And just eating regularly can help just settle your stomach. So that's something that you definitely want to look into first. Now let's talk about some specific foods and some research behind them. The first is ginger, and ginger has always been my go-to for pregnancy sickness, seasickness, which I get sometimes. I love those little ginger candies, and you can have ginger tea. There's research from the Journal of American Board Family Medicine and Nutrition Journal that found that ginger can be as effective as some prescriptive medications for nausea without the harmful side effects, which is amazing. Now, the next herb I want to talk about is peppermint. So peppermint can be really, really great to keep around as an essential oil and to smell it when you feel morning sickness coming, or to have peppermint tea. It also doesn't have caffeine, which is great for pregnant women or not. We want to be careful with how much caffeine we're having in general. But researchers found that within 2 minutes of inhaling the aromatherapy of peppermint essential oil, nausea was gone in 2 minutes. So that's really great to keep around, especially when you're out of your house. Again, we can't control every smell that's out there in the world or anything that sets us off. So it's a great, great thing to keep in your purse. Next food I want to bring up is cinnamon. And it is believed to have nausea relieving effects. You could add it into oatmeal. You could sprinkle it onto foods. Now, as pregnant women, we don't want to overdo cinnamon, but a little bit of a sprinkle here and there, and the aroma of it can definitely be helpful. We're not going to have massive quantities of cinnamon. Again, especially when we're pregnant, it has some circulation boosting benefits. We don't want to overdo it, but a little bit should generally be okay. Now, yoga for morning sickness. And as with all these foods and all these practices, especially when you're pregnant, if you're unsure about anything, definitely check with your doctor first. Everybody's body is different. Now, yoga, moving on to our second cornerstone, which is body, including how we exercise, how we move, how we sleep, how we take care of our skin, is also really helpful. European researchers, which I'll link to in the show notes, found that yoga is a powerful tool for reducing nausea. even in chemotherapy patients. So going beyond pregnancy, yoga can be very stress relieving, can be very calming, very grounding. So what I like to do are just some gentle cat-cows, wide-legged child's pose, feet up the wall, which also helps to release stress from your lower back and your legs, which feels great. So anytime you have that chance to relax and breathe deeply and calm down in a yoga pose, it's definitely going to help with morning sickness as well. Now let's talk about meditation. So emotional well-being and spiritual growth are our third and fourth cornerstones. And we know when we balance our mind, we have that time to connect with ourselves, our bodies tend to rebalance as well. So in a study, researchers found that controlled breathing helped to reduce nausea in 62% of participants. So if you're an expecting mama like me, or you have a tendency to get nauseous, I definitely recommend that you stick with some sort of meditation practice. Find one that works for you. Breathing, sitting, it can be as simple as 1 or 3 minutes in the morning, in the evening, just getting that chance to connect and let your hormones settle down, your stress hormones, anything that's anxiety provoking. Anytime we start to feel more reactive and out of our natural balance, we're going to feel more physical effects, including inflammation and morning sickness as well. So we have free lead meditations over at mysaluna.com. You can check them out or find any other sort of meditation that feels good to you and that you can stick to. So those are some of my natural remedies for morning sickness. I hope that one or a few or all of these help you out. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I wish you the best in feeling balanced. If you're pregnant, I wish you the best, most amazing pregnancy. If you're thinking about getting pregnant, just a little teaser, we have an amazing pregnancy course coming out in June. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Till then, I will see you on the podcast, on social, wherever else we connect. Sending you so much love, and I will see you soon.